Hello viewers and my dear students, hope you all are fine and doing very well. So today we came with a new live class on the topic of Polyendocrine Metabolic Ovarian Syndrome. So before starting, I would like to say you that please do like, share and subscribe our YouTube channel rgcsk.edu. Let's start. First we will see the introduction part. Polyendocrine Metabolic Ovarian Syndrome, abbreviated as PMOS, is a proposed updated terminology for the condition previously known as PCOD and currently termed PCOS. The name change was suggested by endocrinologist and researcher to better reflect the true nature of the disorder. It means this disease PMOS is suggested or new name of the PCOS. It is not only affecting the ovaries as well as it's also affecting our metabolism and hormonal disbalance also. Next we will see the definition. It is a complex chronic endocrine and metabolic disorder in women of reproductive age characterized by hormonal imbalance, insulin resistance, ovarian dysfunction, and increased risk of metabolic disorders. It means it is a complex chronic endocrine metabolic disorders which only affect the reproductive age of women, as well as it characterized by hormonal imbalance, insulin resistance and ovarian dysfunction, which may cause the symptoms of PMOS and increase the risk of metabolic disorders also. Next, causes of PMOS. First is genetic predisposition. It means family history. If in family previous history of this disease, then it may cause it may lead to the PMOS. Next is insulin resistance and hyperinsulinemia. It means insulin resistance means what? Our body will secrete the enough amount of insulin, but carrier will be not effective. So it may cause the increased level of insulin in the body. Next is hormonal imbalance. It means in women, male hormone will be increased. Next is dysfunction of the hypothalamic pituitary ovarian axis. It means the connection between the brain and the ovaries will be not effective and communication barrier will be there. Next is increased luteinizing hormone, that is LH secretion. In this, what will happen? LH secretion hormone will be increased in comparison to FHS. FHS secretion will be low. Next is sedentary lifestyle, unhealthy dietary habits. Next, environmental and lifestyle factors will be also include the for causing the PMOS. Symptoms of PCOD and PCOS. Here you can see in the image many symptoms are there. We will see one by one. First is irregular or absent menstrual cycle. In this, what will happen? Menstrual cycle will be irregular or disturbed, or sometimes it may be absent also. Next is hyperandrogenism. It means what will happen in that? Hirsutism, acne and scalp hair thinning, weight gain or central abdominal area, it will be more seen. Next is obesity, insulin resistance with acanthosis nigricans. What do you mean by acanthosis? It means the velvety or patchy scar will be there, or discoloration of the skin will be seen back of the neck, armpits area. Next is infertility or difficulty in conceiving due to conceiving due to anovulation. Infertility will be also seen, and for conceiving also that woman will feel the discomfort. Next is polycystic ovaries detected on the pelvic ultrasonography. When we are go with the pelvic ultrasonography, then so many polycystic ovaries is seen inside the ovaries or around the ovaries. Next is type. There are further types are there. We will see one by one. First is that phenotype A, that is also called as classic PMOS. In this, what will happen? Hyperandrogenism plus ovulatory dysfunction and polycystic ovaries are seen. In this three conditions include and may lead to the classic PMOS. It means male hormone will be also increased, ovulatory dysfunction will be also there, and polycystic ovaries will also seen. Next is phenotype B. It is a classic non-polycystic ovary. It means कि polycystic ovaries will be not there. Only male hormone will be increased and ovulatory dysfunction also will be there. Next is phenotype C, ovulatory POMS. In this, what will happen? Hyperandrogenism plus polycystic ovaries with normal ovulation. It means main hormone will be disturbed or increased inside the woman, plus polycystic ovaries will be there, but ovulation will be normal. Next is phenotype D. In this, what will happen? The ovaries dysfunction plus polycystic ovaries without hyperandrogenism. It means कि male hormone will be normal. Other than that, everything will be disturbed. That is also termed as non-hyperandrogenic POMS. Next is pathophysiology. Due to etiological factor like environmental factor and genetic factor, what will lead? Insulin resistant develop, leading to hyperinsulinemia. It can leads to hyperinsulinemia, stimulates the ovary to produce excess androgen male hormone. When insulin level will be high inside the body, that can affect or stimulate our ovaries, and ovaries will produce the excess amount of male hormone. So due to this, what will happen? Hormonal disbalance will be there. It means कि LH level will be high and FHS level will be low. If FHS level will be low, it means follicular stimulating hormone will be low. Then our follicles will not mature, and further ovulation and menstrual cycle will not proceed. So if hormonal imbalance will be there, then it will disturb the normal follicular maturation, and that will lead to the follicles fail to mature and result in an ovulation, and the formation of the multiple small ovary cysts will be seen. It may cause to the clinical manifestation, it means signs and symptoms of the POMS like irregular menstrual cycle, infertility, acne, hirsutism, obesity, and long-term metabolic complications will be also seen. Next is diagnosis. First, we will take the detailed medical and menstrual history of the woman, past, previous, and present also. Next is physical examination. In that physical examination, we will go with the head-to-toe examination, including BMI. We will check like base. Then we will go with the waist circumference. Next is blood pressure, and sign of hyperandrogenism also we will detect. Next is hormonal investigation we will do, like total and free testosterone level will be checked, LH level will be also checking by the healthcare workers, and FHS, THS, and prolactin hormone also we will detect. Next, blood test like total CBC test we will do. In that we will include and more focus for including these mentioned things like fasting blood glucose level we will check, HbA1 we will check, lipid profile we will detect, and oral glucose tolerance test also we will indicate it. We will do. Next is pelvic ultrasonography, USG, to assess the polycystic ovarian morphology if multiple cyst is there inside the ovary or around the ovaries or above the ovaries. Next, we will do the exclusion of the other disorders such as thyroid disease, hyperprolactinemia, congenital adrenal hyperplasia, and many syndromes, and androgen secreting tumors also we will detect. Next is management. We will manage with the help of lifestyle modification and medical management. So first is lifestyle modification. In that we have to take the healthy diet, we have to do regular exercise, and weight reduction also we have to do. Next is medical management, that includes the medicines. First is combined oral contraceptive pills only we have to take, such as metformin and anti-androgen medication also indicated in this condition. Next is management of the infertility. If we have to manage our infertility, we will go with that ovulation induction with medications such as letrozole or clomiphene citrate. If all these medications will be not effective and not doing any effort on that woman, then we will go with that assisted reproductive technique if required and as suggested by the doctor. Next, we will see the management. treatment of metabolic complications, like any other metabolic complications are seen, then we have to treat that also, like control of diabetes, hypertension and cholesterol level also. Next is psychological support. We have to provide the counseling to that mother. Stress management also we have to do, and mental health support also we have to provide to that mother. Next is regular follow-up checkup. We have to check or monitor the proper menstrual cycle, ovulation cycle and hormonal cycle also we have to check. Next, we have to detect the blood glucose level on the follow-up basis. Next, lipid profile also we have to check, like cholesterol level, and cardiovascular risk factor also we have to detect. Next, we will see the nursing management of PMOS and PCOS. First is assessment. What will we will assess? First is assess menstrual history and symptoms. As a nurse, we have to assess the menstrual history and symptoms accordingly. Next, we have to monitor the weight, BMI, waist circumference, and blood pressure also. Next is that assess for acne, facial hair, and excessive hair over the body. Next is review of laboratory investigation and ultrasonography. What are the diagnoses we done previously or earlier? We have to go with that and we have to check all that investigation in detail. Next is we have to provide the health education, educate about the disease process and treatment, how that disease will occur and progress, as well as treatment also of that progress. Next is explain the importance of medication adherence, how that medication will work, after how many days it will affect or it will cure that disease. Next is teach self-monitoring or of menstrual hygiene. We have to teach the woman how to monitor the menstrual cycle properly, like how many day after how many days it is coming, और कितने डेज की आपकी साइकिल है, कितने टाइम ड्यूरेशन का आपका साइकिल है, और कितने फ्लो है, ड्यूरेशन क्या है menstrual periods के. Next is encourage regular follow up. We have to encourage the women for regular follow up checking. Next is lifestyle modification. We have to advise for a balanced, good diet, high fiber rich diet and low glycemic diet. Next is encourage regular physical activity. We have to encourage the women for the regular basis physical activity, like at least 150 minutes per week. Next is promote weight reduction if overweight or obese. If that woman is overweight or obese, we have to promote that you have to do the weight reduction. Next is encourage adequate sleep and stress reduction also. Next is medication management. We have to provide the medication management, like administer the prescribed medication as by doctor and physician. Next is monitor for the side effect or effectiveness. If that medication is doing any side effect or that medication is for that particular woman is effective or not, we have to monitor that also. Next, we have to reinforce the importance of taking medications regularly. Most of the women will not take the medication on a regular basis, but we have to reinforce the women for the for after educating the importance of that medication on the regular basis. Next is psychological support. As a nurse, we have to provide the emotional support and counseling also to that woman. Next is we have to address for the anxiety, depression and body images concern, that because that woman will feel like depressed, anxiety, and sometimes that irritations will be there. So according to that, we have to provide the psychological support to that woman, and we have to also encourage the family support and support group also. Next is fertility counseling. Educate regarding ovulation and fertility options. We have to educate the women for proper ovulation and fertility options also will be available. So that further that women go with that further management. Next is refer to a fertility specialist if pregnancy is desired. If that particular woman is desired for the pregnancy and she can't able to conceive, then we have to refer that woman for the specialty of fertility treatment. Next is prevention of complication. Next is prevention of complication. For preventing the complication, we have to monitor the blood glucose level on the follow-up basis, HbA1 and lipid profile also. Encourage the regular health checkups. We have to encourage the mother for the regular basis checkup and also educate for the risk of diabetes and cardiovascular diseases also. Next is follow-up care. We have to monitor proper menstrual pattern and symptoms improvement also, evaluate the response of the treatment, what are the treatment we are providing, that should be also evaluated for the effectiveness. Next is reinforced lifestyle modification at every visit. We have to reinforce the mother or patient for the healthy lifestyle modification. Thank you. I hope you in this session will be more effective for you. And for further updates, please do like, share and subscribe our YouTube channel rgcsk.edu. Thank you.